Chapter 11. The Fairy Bottle. We soon grow used to the greatest changes, and almost forget the things that we had accustomed to before in a day or two. Randal had nearly forgotten what a dull life he had lived in Fairyland after he had touched his eyes with the strange water in the fairy bottle. He remembered the long gray strands, and the cold mist, and the white faces of the strange people, and the gloomy green no more than he remembered the dream he dreamed a week ago. But he did notice that Fairnilee was not a happy place it had always been before he went away. Here, too, the faces were pinched and white, and the people looked hungry. And he missed many things he remembered, the silver cups, the plates, the tankards, and the dinners were not like what they had been, but only a thin little soup and some oatmeal cakes and trout taken from the Tweed. The beef and ale of old times were not to be found, even in the houses of the richer people. Very soon Randal heard all about the famine. You may be sure the old nurse was ready to tell him all of the saddest stories. "Oh, many a place and evil case where joy was wont before. Oh, with Humes that dwell meter braes, and Scots that dwell in Yarrow." And the old woman would croon her old prophecies and tell them how Thomas the Rhymer had lived in Eldenford, had foretold all of this. And she would wish that they could find these hidden treasures that the rhymes were full of, and maybe were lying, who knew, quite near them in their own lands. "Where's the Gold of Fairnilee?" she would cry. "And oh, Randal, can you dig for it, and find it, and buy corn out of England for the poor folk that are dying at your doors? Between the wet ground and the dry, the Gold of Fairnilee doth lie. There it is, the sun never glinting on it, and there it may bide till Judgment Day, and no man the better for it. Between the camp of Rink and Tweed water clear, lie 9 kings' ransoms for 900 year." "I doubt it's fairy gold, nurse," said Randal, "and it would all turn black when it saw the sun. It'd just be like the bottle, the only thing I brought with me out of Fairyland." Then Randal put his hand in his velvet pouch and brought out a small, curious bottle. It was shaped something like a teardrop, and was made of something that none of them had ever seen before. It was black, and you could see the light through it, and there were green and yellow spots and streaks in it. "That ugly bottle looked like gold and diamonds when I found it in Fairyland," said Randal, "and the water in it smelled as sweet as roses. But when I touched my eyes with it and drop into my mouth was as salt as the sea, and immediately everything changed. The gold bottle became this glass thing, and the fairies became like folk dead, and the sky grew gray, and they turned to waste and ugly. That's the way with fairy gold, nurse, and if you found it, even it would all be dry leaves and black bits of coal before the sun sets." "Maybe so, and maybe no," said the old nurse. "The Gold of Fairnilee may now be fairy gold, just wealth of this world that folk buried here outside. But no, Randal, my bairn, I'm not going out and seeing the sister's son's doctor. Let's lying there sick of the kincough at Rink, and take her some of the physic that I gave you, and Jean, when you were in Barnes." So the old nurse went out, and Randal and Jean began to feel sorry for the child she was going to visit, for they remembered the taste of the old cider the old nurse made them by boiling the bark of the elder tree branches, and I remember it too, for it was the nastiest thing I've ever tasted, and nobody did any good after it. Then Randal and Jean walked out, strolling along without noticing where they went, and talking about the pleasant days when they were children.